this is a staple review where I am going to be reviewing The Hobbit, Battles of Five Armies. Now, this film is generally what I was expecting to be. Fighting, yeah, fighting! But of course, when you expect it, it was what I was expecting. It's about 2.5 hours of fighting and then half an hour of, sort of emotional stuff. Let's get some character going, some fate, some love. So, what could go wrong? Well, I'll tell you what can go wrong. It meet my expectations, maybe, yes, but in those sort of slower scenes where, characters are talking, we're like, yes, hello, I do think this, you think that, yes, I think that. The 48 frames per second, now, Peter Jackson's used 48 frames per second in all 3 Hobbit films, but this is the only one where I noticed it, because all the talking and the slow actions of, like, the shoulder shrugs and that, they all seemed like they were sped up. They were doing it like twice the speed. I mean, it's quite annoying when it goes, Bilbo, there's a traitor amongst us, la 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 la. It's very fast talking, even when it should have been slower. In fact, I thought maybe the 48 frames per second worked for the fighting with all the, arrows, pew pew, and that, but the talking, maybe he should have switched it to 24 frames per second. Slow it down. Never know, that's what might happen in the extended edition, hopefully. But, and then, really, I didn't care for the characters and the fighting. I'll be honest, right? I think there was only one character where I was, actually cared about in the fighting. I mean, the film does not hold up on its own. It is just the climax to another movie. I think to really enjoy it, you need to watch at least Desolation of Smaug and then Battles of Five Armies in one sitting. Preferably you watch all 3 in one go, An Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smaug Extended, and then Battles 5 Army, all in one sitting. But it needs another film just to actually make you care. I mean, I ended up laughing during the fighting. These intense moments, and there I was. Yeah, and you don't want that. Why would you want me laughing during these intense fight scenes? That's not right. And then, it's called Battles of Five Armies. Now, I can tell you, 5 armies, you got humans, dwarves, elves, orcs, and beasts, It's like, but I'll be honest, beasts were like shoehorned. They're in it for about 30 seconds. I'm not even gonna kid, it's really the Battle of 4 armies, not 5, but 4. And then, the battles, now, like I said, it's like 2.5 hours battle, and you think, man, this is gonna be the best Middle-earth battle you have ever seen. It keeps building, it's getting bigger, it's building, more and more is coming. More people are like, come on, let's join this fight, let's go, yeah. And it's just building and building and building and building, and oh, it ended. There's no big yes, one last stand. No, it's just sort of like it's building, more people getting in and oh, it's over. Okay. I mean, you had the big climactic one-on-one fights, but you didn't really feel like the battle comes to an end. It's just ends. I'll be honest, maybe if you do marathon it, it will be fantastic, but as its own standalone movie, it didn't do it for me, and it was everything I expected. 2.5 hour fight scene. But even then, it didn't do it. Like as it just kept building, I never really felt the battle peaked. There was no peak battle scene. It just, even after, you know, like 2 hours of this fighting, it still felt like we were at the start of the battle, not like in the middle, not the peak, not coming to a conclusion. It never peaked, it never concluded, it just ended. You know, so The Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies, I want to say it was a 5 out of 5, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. It's about, if I'm being honest here, maybe it's just me getting more, you know, cynical, but The Hobbit Battle of Five Armies is only about 3 out of 5. I know it. Desolation and Smaug felt more like what I was hoping for than Hobbit Battle of Five Armies. Now this, I was told like it's gonna be more like the Lord of the Rings, more coming into that world, but just didn't do it for me. It's a 3 out of 5. I mean, like I said, it's probably better if you marathon it than just watching it by itself. But I'm Bob Staple, and go make me a sandwich.